Hello and welcome everyone. I am just lighting my candle here to invite in the divine, the light, unconditional love, my angels, guides, guardians that may connect with yours in the highest and greatest good for all. I am going to do a cleanse, and I do not light sage with a lighter. I use a natural flame to light that. So I'm just going to clear the energy. So if you feel that you have a restlessness, or you're tired, haven't been feeling well, you're kind of confused, that kind of thing, which is what I'm feeling within this energy today. So I'm just going to bring that up for you to be able to receive that cleansing. Ara ani a aya shkatataya na ya ro shkatatata. Ora kiki ara skinninaya ora tia. Roa tia kitaya na shkarata. Okay, so I'm just going to set this over here where it can continue to do its job for as long as it needs to. And I'm going to move my candle out of the way so that I can do a card reading. Now, the question that I have asked the team today is, what truth about yourself are you denying? So that is the question. So you may want to ask yourself that, and if you are here within this reading, then the first hit that I got upon that was, you are denying your truth that you have something to say, that you have something to speak. And the reason I came to this is because these are the decks that I was given to work from, and they are all blue. Blue is all about, that flow, that water, Gabriel, the throat energy, that kind of an energy that is wanting to come through. So I'm going to pull some cards from this, and I'm telling you, this smoke, as it is coming directly, feels like into my throat. So you may be feeling that too. You may be feeling the need to even cough, okay, as you bring this energy in, as it is being cleared. And of course, we are still, right now, as I'm doing this reading, we are in a full moon energy, which is all about release as well. And this particular full moon that we are in talks about balance, moving into your own power. We are in fire and air fuels fire. So you are being asked to stand in your power, to stand up for yourself, for what you believe in, right? So what are you denying about yourself? What truth are you denying about yourself? I feel it has something to do with what you have to say, or that you have something to say, or our throat actually speaks about truth itself. This is the chakra that is connected to truth. So there is something about that throat chakra that is blocked for you, that wants to come forward. I did not expect that many cards. I have not worked with this deck for quite some time. It is the cosmic reading cards, it's called. So the first one is to surrender. So you're being asked to really just allow yourself to trust your body and what it is that wants to come through, instead of always holding back with what you feel you should do. Okay? A lot of times we hold back with what we feel we should do because of what we have learned from society, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Acceptable? Oh. It's acceptable. What does that mean? I'm just going to look this up quickly. It's acceptable. But what I was going to say is what you have learned about what is acceptable. And you have been holding back on that simply because you don't feel that you have the right to speak it. or you don't trust your truth, or you've been told before that you need to, be quiet about it, not say anything. So I'm just going to ask if I can even, oh, is it even a word? It's acceptable. Oh, it is. So let's see. Hello? It doesn't want to go. No, that's susceptible. Okay, here it is. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my God. The words acceptable means to be easily influenced, affected, or harmed by something. Well, isn't that crazy? I didn't even know that it was a word that I was using. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to put that definition for you guys so that you easily influenced, affected, or harmed by something. Wow. Because when we are influenced by others, we don't really get to know ourselves. So that's really fascinating that would come through. It's acceptable. Fascinating. So you're being asked to surrender to your and trust yourself. Just like when they brought that word to me, trust that it actually is a word and that I'm saying what I'm supposed to be saying. That you are being influenced by others and not by your own heart. So you're being called to surrender. Okay, look at this, you guys. I can't even make this up. Trust your intuition. Oh my God. Let go and believe. Okay. This is crazy, you guys, because everything that I just got done saying came out in all of these cards here. So what are you denying about yourself? You are denying your own abilities. That's what you're denying. You're denying that you actually know what you're talking about, even though you don't. You may not understand. Like for myself, when I'm channeling, a lot of times the things that come through, I'm like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense to me. But it actually does make sense. Like when I just looked up this word just now. That's powerful. That's really, really powerful. You are being asked to go with the flow, believe, let go of what no longer serves you. And I did a channeling this morning where they talked about rebirth and being reborn again. And it is simply about accepting ourselves, loving ourselves as we are. And in that way, we are bringing forward a rebirth to ourselves. Just like when we talk about we're reborn, when we accept whatever it is that we accept, whatever religious modality, and we are reborn, that we feel like we are cleansed. And that's what this is all about, is that cleansing energy of allowing ourselves to be cleansed of those things that we have been holding on to that have been keeping us in that. See that shadow there? But we avoid the shadow, right? We don't want to take responsibility and admit that it's there. And all we have to do is admit that it's there and accept it. We don't have to, we don't have to, say, get out of here, you're not a part of me. All you have to do is take responsibility and admit that it's there and accept it. Okay, I did that. Maybe I'll do better next time, right? Surrender. Surrender to the possibilities that you are all things and believe in yourself. That's crazy. So we are in a full moon right now, and Spirit has given me the energy for several months that we are in a really powerful time this year, and especially from June to September, and we are now into October. And October is really a month of change. It's a 10, so it's endings and beginnings all together. Boy, I'm telling you, that 10:33 as I look at the clock. That smoke is just coming into my throat like something crazy here. So, and it's not just you guys, it's me too that I'm being asked, you know, to really step out of my comfort zone as well. And a lot of you that have watched me on here, you know, may have seen me, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone. There's a lot of things that I put out when Spirit tells me to do certain things that I'm like, I really don't want to do that, because the way people are going to view it is not going to be beneficial to me, or isn't going to show me in a good light, or blah, 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 right? For example, the one I put out yesterday, the video that I put out with the black and white with the dark feminine, it almost looks scary when you watch it. But if you really focus on that light and the blending of the light into the darkness of that channeling that I brought in of the dark feminine, I mean, I watched it as hearts formed within the center, and that was totally, I just put a filter on it. That's all I did. And that is what happened. So we just need to trust that the divine has our back. And look at here, Thoth light codes. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. The magician has also been throughout my readings for quite some time, with the thread coming forward, that magician archetype that really wants to step forward with the Egyptian connection, both with Thoth and with Isis. You know, the divine masculine and divine feminine, and of course they have gone by many other names besides these. But this is showing me the Egyptian connection and how far back this really does go. And here we go with the third eye activation, the brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. What this card is talking to me is that, you know, seeing is believing, but we need to be able to see a vision within ourselves in order to manifest it. So when we begin to be able to picture that and see ourselves in that way, we can become that. It becomes a reality for us. That's what they're bringing. So you are denying your own abilities to be able to connect with your own inner self. You are denying your own abilities to be able to manifest your own life, to be able to see things clearly yourself. Okay, that's what you're denying, because that was the question that I asked. What truth about yourself are you denying? This is the Golden Future deck. And this deck talks to me about all the new energies that are coming forward within this rebirth that we are experiencing. And this is going to be, you know, over the next several months, and longer for some. Okay, the Illumined Masters, be a spreader of love. World peace and cooperation. Choose harmlessness and teamwork. And this is something else. When we look at the world, we see it as a really scary place. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now that it's pretty scary. You know, when we look at it through our human eyes, it's pretty scary. But we are really being asked to look at it in a different perspective, to surrender, that we trust that the divine will take care of us. Okay? That we are held in those arms of the divine, to trust that. And here's the crystalline light body on the bottom of the deck. And this is about the coming together of the masculine and the feminine, which I've talked about for ages. You can check it out on any of my other readings. And birthing that new energy, that new frequency, that new child. Sexuality, expressing pure love. All right. So let's see what the tarot has to say for us, if the divine can bring us any kind of advice moving forward. Okay. The dragons want to step in first before I do that. And we're in the year of the snake, I believe, right now. And I think we were in the dragon last year. And the dragon has come out for so many people. And the dragon is both the inner child. That is what dragon energy is about. They are the protector of that. And we are rebirthing that child, which is why so many of you are experiencing that dragon energy, or will be experiencing that dragon energy, because it is a new frequency of allowing ourselves to be reborn, to dream again, to believe. Okay? Okay, they're telling me I'm going to pull 3 dragons. And you can choose. So pick your number, 1, 2, or 3. And you can choose the dragon that is coming forward for you. Okay, I'm going to take the top 3 because I asked for 3. So let's see what we've got. So first of all, we have the fire and water dragon. Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. So this is about bringing joy back into your life. Those of you that chose number 1. Those of you that chose Dragon 2. This is more of your focus. Is to focus on bringing fun back into your life. Okay, that's your focus. This camera sometimes does some. And then the second group, yours is the royal blue and gold dragon. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So this one is focused on joy. This one is focused on trust. Okay? Trusting your power. And the third one is the sunshine yellow dragon. Helps you to help animals. Serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. So this is about coming more into alignment with earth energy. I also feel as soon as I saw this, that this has a lot to do with, like as soon as I saw sunshine, the yellow, that solar plexus. So a lot of you have had a connection for a long time in here, and you've had a hard time believing it. So you're more of a healer. So you're being asked to, put out more of those healing energies. Spreading joy. This one is also about trusting your wisdom. So trusting your wisdom, and this is about healing. Okay, so let's see. What the good tarot wants to say. Okay. So we got the messenger of water. Yeah. This is talking to me about a secret here. And it's interesting because what are you denying? Like I said, you have something to say. It's talking to me about a secret. Start small. Start small. You don't have to yell it from the mountaintops, telling the whole world, but just start small, right? With telling someone that's close to you, because you're afraid of rejection. Yeah, there's the leadership right there. Leadership role, the King of Fire. Look at the sun behind him as well, shining behind him there. Illuminated. And there's the Queen of Fire. Okay, so here we go with divine couple. This can also be yourself coming together with your masculine and your feminine, especially with the energy that we're currently sitting in. So this is really about leadership here. Being honest. If you're in a partnership, being honest with one another. Okay. It's hard to have a relationship if you're not honest with one another, if it's not built on truth, if you don't both, have the same or similar beliefs, right? Yeah, balance. Yeah, this is interesting because this is exactly what we're talking about being in here right now. What does this Two of Pentacles want to say here, Spirit? What are they? Yeah. If you want happiness within your life, you have to be able to find balance. And part of that balance is your home life. It is your inner self as well. So you must find that balance within yourself, within your relationships. Don't foster relationships that don't trust, that don't allow you to be your true self. If you can't be your true self within a relationship, it is not a friendship. You might have to have working relationships that are like that, but people that you are spending a lot of your time with and you consider to be friends must honor and respect who you are. And to be able to support that, even if they may not believe in everything, they must be willing to support that. In order for you to be happy, to have a happy and abundant life, you have to be able to show your truth of who you are. And that's what you've been denying. You've been denying your own happiness, basically, your own joy here. Okay? The way you communicate, you've been denying all of this because you are afraid of rejection. And that's a real part of life, rejection. Let's be honest with it. It is a real part of life. But would you rather stay in a relationship, a friendship that does not allow you to be your true self, that you have to pretend to be something you're not? Because that's not happiness. And again, this same quote keeps coming forward to me time and time and time again. You do not hate yourself. You hate not being yourself. And that's a really powerful, powerful quote. I don't even know who quoted it. If anyone knows, put it in the comments below. And there's a 6 of Earth. Receive. This card is all about receiving. And interesting with the stag being on here. Again, this is leadership. And that's what this talks about, is leadership as well. What else, Spirit? Okay. The Page of Water and the Ace of Fire. So this is a young person. The Page of Water can also represent an apology or something like that. Like, I read cards by the art intuitively. This is almost speaking to me today about rising above. Like, if you look at this card, it's kind of like a mermaid, and they're out of the water. Moving out of your comfort zone. This is talking about moving out of your comfort zone into something that might feel strange to you. But in order to change and in order to bring this happiness into balance, do whatever it is that you have to do, you're going to have to, push to teach yourself a new way, because you've been denying this for so long. Okay, what is the guidance on this, Spirit? I feel like you're being asked to start small, depicted by this messenger of water here, that you're being asked to start small. And here we've got the 9 of Fire. This card in particular talks to me about making a wish or pulling in a wish. Okay, a wish is granted. And I love this stars like here, because on my logo I've got the stars like that, like reaching for the stars. And here is temptation, right? Don't be tempted by things that are not who you are, okay? By glitter. Like, this is glitter here, okay? Don't be tempted by that. This happiness doesn't come from this. It comes from this heart here. All right, that is what I have for you guys today. In what you are denying your voice, that you have something to say, that to speak your truth. You have been not denying your truth. All right, beautiful souls. Thanks for joining me, as always. And until next time, please remember to let love be your guide. And remember that I love you.